So in good voice work, there just isn't one size fits all. It's just not how it works. And that is because every single person's voice, including yours, is absolutely unique. And that from moment to moment, because there is inherent intelligence in the desire, the instinctive desire to express. So the other week, I had a client. She came to me because she's suffering from severe anxiety. And she was hoping to calm her nervous system by learning how to hum that mostly calms people's nervous systems. And I will make another video about this, why it does it, because it actually does. It works on a physiological level and produces a signaling molecule that actually creates a sense of expansion. But that said, it works for most people. However, with this client, it wasn't what she needed. This client happened to have a most fantastic natural voice that she was pretty much unaware of. Like a most fabulous chest resonance, full-bodied resonance. And when we did some exercises, exploring things around volume, all the right, physical reflexes kicked in. However, she wasn't connected to her voice on an emotional and sort of identification level. So with her, the work we're looking at is actually what can we do to find the connection between her identity as a human, her emotional self, and the voice. So this is just one example that goes to show how unique voice work is. It's always different. And what we do, particularly in neurosensory voice work, is that we are actually listening and cultivating a practice to listen to the innate intelligence that is in the body that comes through in expression. So many people, and in this world we live in, we use voice to say what we think, to try and prove who we are, to manipulate, or to, get information across. But that's only a very small part of what the voice really is for. Because on a deeper level, your voice is actually only the consequence of a preceding emotion. So your voice basically is always an effect. And this is what we're working with when in neurosensory voice work, where we really dial it back and we explore the connection that you have with your voice. Allowing that instinctual expression to emerge and cultivating a deep practice of being able to listen to the voice moment by moment. And this is what I love about working with the voice in this way, is that it's never boring, because each moment is fresh as we follow that intelligence that is inherent in expression. And as it was with this client, after a couple of tries, we found one exercise that connects more deeply to the lower energy centers and activates life force energy. And as we worked with that very, very gently in a titrated way, so we don't lose that connection, because it's often very fine and needs to be built slowly. So as we worked with that very, very slowly, she said, "Oh, I feel something. I feel something. It's a bit exciting." And that's what we worked with. And by the end of the session, when she was ready to leave, her whole system was flooded with happy anticipation, let's put it that way. Happy anticipation of where she was going to go and who she was going to see next. And that is just a beautiful example of how neurosensory voice work works. So if you're interested, come join us tomorrow evening, 30th of October, this Thursday at 7 p.m. UK time, where I'm offering a drop-in taster session where we'll, explore together and work with voice, building that deeper connection to yourself and honing in on that ability to listen to your own true voice. Bye for now.